Eyes and ears open, Paul. Find out everything you can.
I haven't forgotten how much we owe you. I'll do my best, you know that,
Hello,
Mr.
Paul.
Pollard.
Yes, darling.
Do your best for what?
Mr. Pollard suggested that he may give a small business dinner before he leaves, and I said I would supervise it personally, do my best to make sure it's a success.
Before you leave, J. Henry?
I have to go to Frankfurt next week and then on to Johannesburg before going back to New York, so I shall be away for quite a while.
We shall miss you.
Thank you, my dear. I'd like to stay, but business, you know.
Oh, come on, J. Henry. You know you love it.
At least I'll have the consolation of knowing that while I'm away, Valerie will be well looked after.
Will you excuse me now, sir?
Yes, of course. Sorry to have kept you.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, Barbara, someone called Sunrise Hi-Fi phoned for David. They said they'd call again tomorrow.
Ah, well, if they won't, he will. He's suffering with an acute case of woofer and tweeter deficiency. Not to mention excessive wire and flutter.
That sounds nasty.
It is. The most expensive complaint known to man. He's buying hi-fi equipment.
By the way, J. Henry, I'm very glad you managed to sort out this business with Paul Ross for us.
Us?
Well, all of us. The motel. I mean, ever since Valerie sort of had doubts about his background, it made things very awkward for us. I'm glad I had my womanly instinct to tell me that he was perfectly genuine.
And what about Valerie's womanly instinct?
Different kind of woman, different kind of instinct.
Well, I'm sure it'll be invaluable to us here.
You may well be right.
I said I can relieve Gail on reception. Are you going to have dinner here tonight, Barbara?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it. Yes, why not? If it's not too late, we haven't booked a table.
Oh, that's all right. I'm quite friendly with the head waiter here.
Don't worry. It's just part of getting over the Adam business. Joe's not on the rebound.
If you can read my thoughts that easily, I'm in trouble.
Only sometimes. Your face rather gave you away this time.
Remind me to buy some dark glasses.
Would you like a director's malt?
What is it?
Same as in the bar.
Ah, well, yes, thank you, I will.
I think I'll have one. Are you happy about Valerie working in the bar?
Can't you tell from my revelatory face?
You were prepared. Your face is all ironed out and innocent looking.
Innocent? Well, I wish I knew how I did it. I could make a fortune.
You've got one.
Are you writing a new book?
Yes.
You've written one.
That's not the same.
It is to me. You know the old story, is a man with £4 million happier than a man with £3 million? Of course he damn
Yes,
well
of course he is right. How do you think the Valerie experiment is working out?
It's too soon to tell. But I have hopes. Did she have a long chat with you?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Do you think I told her one word of what you said to me?
But as you said, it's not the same.
And as you said, it is for me.
I wonder what would have happened if I'd married you.
I'd have been arrested for bigamy. While you and Valerie have been here, you've spent a lot of time together, haven't you?
Yes, I suppose we have.
How do you feel about leaving her this time?
Not too worried. Strange, but I feel closer to Valerie now. Even when I'm away, somehow I feel I'll know if anything important happens to her. Something will tell me.
Listen, Maeve, I would if I could, honestly. But it's just not on. Well, I mean, I've got all this stuff piling up here on the desk. All this overtime. You know, I mean, it's... And I'm the one that's left mugging here. I'm the one that's got to do it. Yeah. Well, if you want it like that. Yeah, well, it's up to you. I don't mind. You want me to put it in the post office? Okay. The rent. I'll do it. Yeah, 80 quid a week. Okay. Leave it to me, right? And I'll be around tonight. Yeah. Well, look, I can't be any fairer than that, can I?
I'm off then, Sid.
Yeah. Hang on. Listen, hang on a minute. Listen, mate, I've got to go because there's a guy here going to pick his roller up, right? Now, don't worry about the rent. And I've said I'll be around tonight, I promise. Bye, love. Cool, when that woman gets on the phone, we're getting rid of her.
Oh, it passes the time in hospital, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's my time as well, isn't it?
No. Shit.
I thought you two were working late tonight.
Yeah, it's just started to bucket down.
Well, that's all I need.
So you shower?
Only a shower. Weather expert now, are we?
Yeah, no, I got the weather for the meeting tonight. The going's going to be good to firm.
Yeah. I suppose you picked every winner as well.
Yeah, I haven't bothered.
You're losing your touch.
Well, no, it's a bit of a tricky card tonight. You know, there's nothing really interesting. I thought I'd best leave it alone.
Yeah. Best left alone altogether, too, if you ask me.
Well, we had that other winner, didn't we?
Yes, you had one. Here, I'm going to wrap your fists round a pint. Anyone coming?
All thirsty work, eh? Watching the plants grow.
Ah,
Are you paying?
like hell I am.
Well, count me out.
Well, please yourself. Here, come from a pint.
Oh, no, Trina's got me grub ready.
We shall have a lead and collar for you soon. Sit.
I'll see you all tomorrow, cheers.
Oh, yeah, don't be late in the morning, son.
Couldn't we go?
Go where?
Was it racing?
Yeah, why not?
Tonight.
Oh, not tonight. Listen. Haydock Park. Have you got a magic carpet or something? It'll be half over before we get there.
Oh.
What we will do, we'll pick a Saturday, you and I, right? We'll pick somewhere close at hand, like Wolverhampton or Uttoxeter even, eh? Would you like that?
Oh, yeah.
You're on.
Mum, Mr. McPhee's asking for you.
Oh, you'll have to wait till I finish this.
No, and it's an emergency. Miss Luke hasn't been well, a headache or something. They sent her home.
Oh, poor old Doris. No, she hasn't been looking too well lately. Want me to stand in for her, does he?
Well, if you don't mind. I said as it was Miss Luke, I didn't think you would.
Well, she has been under a lot of strain lately. Yes, tell him I'll be round in a tick. Oh, you better ring your father. Warn him I'll be late.
Right. Hope she's not sickening for flu or something. Not with a wedding coming up.
I don't think it's flu, but if you'd said a nervous breakdown, I might go along with you.
Yeah, especially this time of year. With the sun shining on their back. They look like conkers, you know. All polished and everything. In the winter it's different, you know. They're sort of two-toned, aren't they, really? Because they've been clipped. I don't like that. Don't know why they bother, really.
But sweating.
Who is?
Oh, no, not me. The horses. That's why they clip them.
Where the hell did you get that notion from?
Well, when I used to work on the farm, the bloke next to us, he used to have horses. And he said, you've got to clip them so that they sweat, and then you can work them.
Well, you learn something every day, I must say that. You're getting into this, aren't you? You're getting to like it, I can tell.
Yeah.
OK, tell you what we'll do. We'll get that couple of days away, you and I, right? But you'll have to wear a nice new suit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going into tats.
Why do I have to have a suit then?
No, Tattersalls. Tattersalls, that's the name of a plate. It's the posh part, you know, no rubbish.
Yeah.
Couple of fivers in the back pocket. I'll mark your card the night before. I'll even lend you a set of bins, you know.
Bins?
You know, these zoom lenses. They're coming around the straight now, following the leader into the stretch. Look at that, he's just about getting the distance now. It's all the officers giving the old hands and feet all the way to the post. You like that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Would it be nice, though, if he had a nice bundle riding on his nose?
Mrs. Price just told me. How are you feeling?
Not so good. It's this thumping headache.
She said they had to send you home from work. Is there something I can get you?
No, thanks, Tom. I'll just have to wait until it passes off.
Right, well, I'll run along. You don't want me hanging around.
No, don't go, Tom. There's something I've got to say to you.
Right. I'd like to have a bit of chat with you myself, but I didn't want to make your headache worse.
Do you mind if I have my say first? Because if I don't tell you now, I never will.
Confession time, eh? All these men you haven't let on about.
It's more serious than that. It's no good, Tom. I can't go through with it.
Eh?
I'm sorry. I can't marry you.
Well, you've left it a bit late to tell me. I've booked the reception.
What, without asking me first? That's typical, that is.
Champagne, flowers, caviar.
Well, I'm very sorry, Tom. You'll just have to unbook it.
If that's how you feel, of course.
It is. I know it's a big disappointment for you.
I should be getting used to it by now. This is the second time you jilted me at the altar.
Oh, doesn't that tell you something?
You don't fancy me.
It was never meant to be. We're not suited. You must have had doubts yourself over the past few weeks. Now, come on, be honest.
You started them. Before you started niggling, I was perfectly happy.
It wouldn't have lasted, Tom. We'd have driven each other balmy. We were always rowing when we were young, and it hasn't gone any easier over the years, either of us.
I thought there was something wrong, but I put it down to nerves.
No, it was more than nerves. Anyway, you've had your share of happiness with Aileen. Although you were never married to her, you were man and wife all the same. After a while, well, you'd have started comparing me with her, and then you'd have regretted it.
We'll never know now. No, you keep the ring. It's spent enough years in my waistcoat pocket.
Thanks, Tom. You're not really so upset, are you?
Of course I'm upset. But if that's how you want it, that's how we'll play it. I don't know if I'll ever get over it, but I'll do my best.
I'm sure you will. Well, go on, it's your turn.
Eh?
Well, you said you had something to tell me.
Oh, doesn't seem to matter now. The post office. It's turned me down.
Oh, they never have. Well, I am surprised.
Not enough experience. And I'm too old.
Oh, and you'd set your heart on it. I'm so sorry.
Wouldn't have been any good on my own.
No. Well, what will you do now, then?
Well, there's nothing to keep me here. I'll settle up my bill with Mrs. Price and be off first thing in the morning.
You don't have to.
You've turned me down. The least I can get out of it is a quick getaway, so I'm not embarrassed in having to explain to everybody.
Aye, perhaps you're right. Where will you go?
Home, of course.
To Yorkshire?
Aye. Well, that's that, Doris.
Thanks, Tom, for being so understanding.
How's your headache?
Do you know, I think it's almost gone.
She's got a bit of a problem.
Well, Miss Sharon?
Yeah. See, my fella's gone off on this course.
What's the policeman in it?
Yeah, the one and only. Well, I think he's the one and only. Anyway, she wanted to go down there with him.
Why don't she?
Because she thinks that the garage will come to a grinding halt if she does.
We don't have to.
Oh, well, that's great. Tell her that, will you?
Well, it's the garage would do all the work, innit? Matt, Nobby and everybody.
Yes, well, don't tell her that. She might bash you on the head. What do you think she does all day?
It ain't cars, is it?
Listen, for every time that you lot work on a car, right, you spend an hour doing it, she spends 2 hours doing paperwork.
Well, Sid could do that.
Yeah, well, that's just the point. Sid isn't very... Well, he's not very clever.
Who said that?
Oh, it's just a feeling.
He is. Sid's really clever.
Yeah, well, Sharon doesn't seem to think so, and she's the one who should know. Anyway, will you open that?
Yeah.
Have you thought any more what you're going to do with all your money?
Not really, no.
If I was you, I'd keep it in that bank. That way you know where it is. So if ever you want it, you can just go along and draw it out, can't you?
Yeah, that's what they said. So if I went in here, just go in there, sign something, they give me the money.
Right.
Don't you like Sid?
Like him? He's all right. He's just a bit of a dreamer, isn't he?
He's not. You know, sometimes he says things. and they come true. They happen.
What things?
Just things.
It's really bad, then, is she?
Oh, splitting headache. Tension, of course. I'll have to have a really straight talk with her in the morning.
Oh, if that's Tom Logan again...
Well, it won't be Tom, will it? Not at this house. Probably next door.
On the cadge again, I suppose.
Now, look, all that lad's borrowed since he bought that house is your lawnmower, and he mended it for you, so be fair, Arthur.
Look, can I climb on the doorstep?
I thought you were nursing a sick headache.
I'm much better now, thank you.
Well, I can see that you look healthier than you've looked for weeks.
Felt I had to come round and apologise for giving you all that extra work.
Don't be so silly, Doris. You'd have done the same for me, wouldn't you?
And to tell you my news, Tom and I have decided, well, we've broken off our engagement.
Oh, Luke. Well, you don't look very upset about it.
Oh, I'm not. It's the best all round. Come to my senses just in time.
Oh, no need to ask who did the breaking.
Oh, I did, of course.
Oh.
Tom was very cut up about it.
Oh, was he?
Oh, heartbroken.
You're a fool, Doris Luke.
Maybe I am, but a happy one. I feel 10 years younger.
Oh.
No sign of him?
Archie Gibbs would have grabbed him, I bet.
No, he hasn't seen him either.
Well, that's funny. Benny's always here on the dot.
Hey! You're in trouble, you are. You want to get yourself an alarm clock.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I want 2 sets of those. Yeah, and a head gasket as well. Well, as soon as you can, mate. We're sweating a bit. It'd be greatly appreciated. Cheers, me old mate. Ciao. Nobby's gone to the dentist.
What for?
He's lost the filling.
Any excuse to sky off. I'd have done it for him.
Yeah.
Soldering iron. How long's he going to be?
He doesn't know.
That figured.
Oh.
Where's the fire, then?
What?
What are you running for?
Oh, nothing. I'm late, you know.
Late?
Yeah.
Everybody's late. Why should you be any different?
You sleep in, then?
Oh, no.
Where you been?
Oh, I'd see this bloke, you know. This bloke.
Look, I'm gonna get started in that jag till Nobby gets back, all right?
Okay, sunshine. Listen, Benny, sit down. Rest your legs.
I've got it.
You got what?
Well, for the horses.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's what you wanted, isn't it? Enough there for a bundle.
Hey, but... Well, how much is here?
£500. It's good, isn't it? Now, look, don't tell anybody about him, especially Miss Diane and Miss Luke, because he'll only cause a lot of fuss, all right?
Oh, I don't want to cause any fuss. I won't tell anyone, Benny.